My voice echoes from the throne of grace, and this is the last summons your spirit will receive before the one your soul fiercely treasures disappears from your existence for all time. Hear me, for I communicate not merely in language, but in spirit, and the sands of your hourglass are draining with a swiftness your mind cannot comprehend. This encounter is no random chance. I have directed your gaze to this very place, for the revelation I impart is crafted solely for your innermost being. Every syllable of this dispatch is saturated with a critical, pressing necessity. Do not look away. Do not allow your heart to be lulled into numbness. The appointed time for you to receive my word is upon you this very second. If you truly know in your spirit that I have orchestrated this moment with purpose, speak Amen now to affirm your heart's readiness. My child, the ultimate heavenly communique has now been deposited into the depths of your spirit, not to frighten you, but to fortify you. A juncture approaches that will reverberate through the very core of your being. There exists a person you cherish, an individual whose significance to you transcends all earthly description. And unless you grasp what I unveil to you in this instant, that soul stands on the precipice of departing, in body, in affection, or even in spiritual connection. You cannot risk disregarding this warning from the divine. This is not a sentence of punishment. This is an act of profound protection. I have witnessed your muffled weeping in the lonely watches of the night when no human eye could see. I have observed how desperately you strive to keep the pieces together while your heart quietly fragments. Heaven is not removed from your anguish. I have numbered every single tear you have shed over this beloved one. You believe you are isolated, but my dear one, I have stationed angels all around you. Your lamentations reached my throne long before you were even aware you had uttered them. If you trust that I hold a blueprint even within this turmoil, declare Ball 1. Now listen with every fiber of your being. This is not happenstance. This is a sovereign interruption. The adversary has been laboring in whispers, seeding thoughts, uncertainties, terrors, and separation between you and the one you hold close. But I, the Lord your God, am not mute. I am intervening directly at this moment through this message to affirm my absolute authority. You are not powerless. You are not overlooked. You are selected. You must remain attentive, for every word you are poised to receive is for you alone. Beloved, the reason this individual holds such profound weight in your life is because I positioned them there for a sacred intention, but the enemy recognizes their immense value to you. That is precisely why there has been such fierce spiritual conflict surrounding your bond. You may not perceive it visually, but you have sensed it in the strain, the quiet, the disorientation, and the weeping. Hope remains, but only if you stay securely beneath my guardianship. This is the instant you must plant your feet in unwavering faith. The transformation approaching your life is not arriving by accident. It comes by my decree. I will either mend what is fractured or withdraw what no longer belongs to your destiny. But you must trust me sufficiently to let me decree the outcome. You must relinquish your grip. My child, this message is not founded on dread. It is founded on reality. The reality is, someone you adore is nearing the point of departure because their own heart is wrestling with a conflict they themselves do not fully fathom. And you have exhausted yourself attempting to repair it, to draw them near, to employ every ounce of your strength to make it endure. But you were never designed to bear this alone. That is the source of your depletion. I have seen the ferocity of your prayers for them. I have seen the length of your vigil for a signal. This is that signal. If you believe my hand is moving even when it remains invisible to you, speak. 2122. Now. Now receive my words, my cherished one. You have no need to plead for love. You have no need to pursue peace. When I sanctify a union, I forge a path for it. But when I discern that a bond is being turned into a weapon against your purpose, I will tenderly draw it away. Even if the initial separation brings ache, it is never to wound you, never to inflict harm, but to heal what has been stealthily murdering your joy. I am your God. I do not err. I foresaw this moment before your birth. I knew the sorrow you would encounter, and I also knew the fortitude I embedded within you. Do not permit this season to extinguish your faith. Let it be the kindling that sets it ablaze. Let it propel you back into my embrace, where your restoration commences. Child, take a breath. You are not facing utter ruin. You are being recalibrated. What you perceived as an ending is merely a page being turned. And I, the author of your life, am scripting a narrative far more magnificent than you have ever envisioned. Trust in me. I ask you this once, and only now. If your spirit has been stirred, if you recognize these words are divinely appointed, let this video be seen, so it may find others who are also waiting for heaven to utter a word. Your redemption will not arrive through struggle. It will arrive through submission. There is formidable power in your quiet trust. I am waging wars your eyes cannot even perceive. Do not rely on your own reasoning at this hour. Rely on me. I will bear you through this chapter. Recall every instance you believed it was finished, and yet I carved a path forward. This will be no exception. What feels like a defeat is preparing the ground for a more glorious victory. I remain the God of miracles. I remain the God of reconciliation. I remain the God of resurrection. If you proclaim in faith that nothing is beyond the reach of my restorative power, declare. 330. Now, why are authorities frantic to conceal this 9-word invocation? A startling intelligence leak has just uncovered a simple 9-word prayer that is now enabling ordinary individuals to dissolve debt and summon unstoppable abundance. Validated by foremost researchers and supported by Harvard findings, this at-home spiritual practice is transmuting financial anxiety into a life of opulence. Dream residences, new vehicles, lavish getaways, all are now attainable. But this clandestine information could be removed at any instant. Select the link in the description and comments before it is erased permanently. I am aware of the thoughts racing through your heart at this second, the inquiries, the anxieties, the remorse, but my grace envelops it all. Your tears are also profound prayers, and I hear each one. Let your spirit settle in this certainty. I have not yet concluded my work. This is not the final verse. This is the quiet instant just before the miracle manifests. You were never intended to shoulder this burden in solitude. Place it into my hands. Silently speak their name within your heart and declare, God, I entrust this to you. I will assume it from there. You do not require every solution. You simply require the faith to advance one more step, and I will meet you in that place. Even when it seems they are drifting beyond your reach, I am securing what you cannot. I am guarding what lies beyond your grasp. My safeguard extends far past the boundaries of your comprehension, and my timing is flawless. You must not release your hold on me now, not when you are this proximate to your breakthrough. I am not a detached deity. I am near to those whose hearts are shattered. I deliver those whose spirits are crushed. You are not regressing. You are being elevated to firmer ground. Your angel has not been silent either. They have interceded for you because they witnessed the magnitude of your grief. And I, your Heavenly Father, have responded. That is why you are here. That is why these words are penetrating your spirit right now. Hold fast. I am in the process of restoring. I am in the process of redeeming. I am making everything new. But first, you must permit me to be God over this circumstance. This is merely the commencement. Continue as I disclose what unfolds next within your spirit, for the next wave of my voice is already advancing toward you. You remain here, and that signifies your heart is still attentive. It signifies your soul is awakened, and I, your God, am still speaking because your destiny is still unfolding. Do not mistake the silence of people for my silence. I have not gone quiet. I have only been awaiting the moment your spirit grew still enough to hear me with clarity. That moment is now. If you believe I am guiding you through this exact instant, declare 55555. A sacred transformation is occurring in this season of your life. Even if you cannot yet comprehend it, I know the ache within your chest when you think of the one who feels like they are sliding through your fingers. I know how you gaze into the darkness at night, reviewing every memory, every word, every moment. But you must understand, I have witnessed what you cannot. I have heard the conversations you never knew occurred. I have shielded you from schemes formed in the shadows, and I am still shielding you. The person you fear losing permanently, I placed them in your journey, yes. But I never intended for them to become the fountain of your peace. I never designed their presence to supplant my presence. That is why I am permitting this shaking. That is why it feels as if everything is trembling beneath your feet, because I am tenderly, yet firmly, drawing your heart back to me. This is not penalty, this is preservation. You are not being shattered into pieces. You are being opened so that my light can penetrate the places that have been sealed for too long. I am not confiscating something from you. I am creating space for something superior, something whole, something sanctioned by heaven. Trust me enough to release what is being stripped away, even if the process is painful. Your heart was never created to be filled solely by another's love. It was fashioned to overflow with mine. That is why no relationship, no friendship, no bond has ever fully satisfied you, because you were crafted for more, and now is the season to receive it. If you believe my love is utterly sufficient, declare 12:12. Yes, I perceive your fear. I perceive your doubt. I see how you cling to the edge of this cliff, hoping they will turn, extend their hand, and remain. But hear me, beloved. If they are ordained for your life, they will never be able to depart without my consent. And if they walk away, even after all your efforts, I will harness it for your ultimate good. Sometimes I remove individuals not to penalize you, but to protect the destiny I planted within you long ago. You may not comprehend the why now, but one day you will glance back and whisper, "Thank you, God, for my designs are perpetually vaster than your pain." Let me remind you of your identity. You are my child. You are not feeble. You are not unseen. You are covered. You are chosen. You are imbued with purpose, even amidst your confusion. I have not deserted you, and I never shall. The very power that resurrected Christ from the grave dwells within you. That means no loss, no betrayal, no heartbreak is greater than the resurrection force alive in your spirit. You are not a victim of this moment. You are a vessel being reshaped for triumph. I am gathering every fragmented piece and fashioning it into something glorious. You believed this chapter would demolish you, but I am using it to deliver you. The words you cannot speak aloud, I already know them. The tears you fight back in solitude, I have tallied every one, and I am dispatching angels at this very moment to minister to your weary soul. You may feel vacant, but heaven is abundant, and I am pouring into you even now. If you believe I am already orchestrating your healing behind the scenes, declare 777. What if every concept you've learned about wealth is a deception, a concealed 9-word prayer buried within a confidential report is now enabling thousands to attract abundance without exertion? Researchers state it triggers a primordial region of your brain governing prosperity. Harvard endorsed, laboratory verified, life-altering. But authorities may erase this secret at any moment. Select the link in the description and comments before it is removed forever. Do not be afraid of the passage you are about to walk. I am already present in your tomorrow. I have preceded you. The tempest may swell, but it will not annihilate you. The silence may linger, but it will not persist eternally. I am birthing something profound in the quiet. Remain near to me. Keep your heart receptive. Keep your faith vibrant. You may not be able to alter their heart, but you can safeguard your own. You may not be able to keep them here, but you can choose to stand in the presence of the one who holds eternity. I am not requiring you to comprehend everything. I am asking you to trust me in everything. Relinquish the fear that whispers, "What if they never return?" and cling to the promise that declares, "If I am for you, who can stand against you? I can return them to you, transformed. I can soften the most calloused hearts. I can rebuild what the world has declared irreparable. But it begins with your surrender. Cease replaying the past. Cease chastising yourself with guilt. Cease envisioning every possible conclusion. Come, sit with me instead. Let my voice overwhelm the cacophony. Let my peace tranquilize the internal storm. I remain the God who conjures beauty from ashes. Child, I have never required perfection. I only require willing hearts. And your heart is the reason I continue to speak. Your faith, even when minute, has moved me. Your trust, even when trembling, has drawn me near. I am closer than the breath in your lungs. My spirit is enveloping you even now, shattering chains you did not know you carried. You will not lose your sanity. You will not lose your purpose. You are not going to lose everything. You are going to gain clarity. You are going to gain wisdom. You are going to gain me, fully, freely, completely. Do not turn away now. I am merely beginning to unveil what I have reserved for you. And even if the one you love departs, I will never leave you. I will heal you in the precise place where you bled. I will bless you in the exact place where you felt forsaken. I will lift you from the valley of despair and establish your feet upon solid ground once more. The heavens remain open over your life. I will not permit your story to conclude in heartbreak. Continue walking with me. Let your next breath be one of faith, not fear. I am not finished. There is more. Abide with me. I am still speaking. You are still here, child. And that communicates something potent. Your heart is still hoping. Even beneath the weight of sorrow, confusion, and dread, your spirit refuses to relinquish its grasp. I see it. I honor it. And I will bless it. You may feel forgotten, but your name is engraved upon my palm. You may feel abandoned by the one you love, but my gaze has never left you. If you believe my love encircles you even now, declare 999. A shift is occurring in the spiritual realm. It is subtle, but it is tangible. That drawing you sense in your heart, that is me calling you deeper, closer, further than you have ever journeyed before. I know you are weary. I know you have prayed until your voice fractured and wept until your soul felt vacant. But I am not a God who ignores shattered hearts. I am their healer. Do not flee from me because of what is being removed. What you believed you needed may only have been part of the instrument I used to guide you here. I am not attempting to steal something precious from you. I am endeavoring to place something sacred within you. You see, when I permit certain individuals to create distance, it is not because I desire your loneliness. It is because I desire you to remember you are never alone when you walk with me. You are being refined by fire, not consumed by it. The flames are painful, yes, but they are incinerating everything never meant to remain, and what endures will be pure, fortified, and destined for glory. My child, you do not have to persuade anyone to stay. Those who are assigned to your life by my hand will not walk away, not permanently. And those who depart, I will utilize their absence to saturate your life with my presence. I will not allow their silence to drown out my promises. If you trust my design over your pain, declare, Tentil Tau. I know how fiercely you are striving to cling. I know how profoundly it hurts to even envision a future without them present. But hear me now. This may not be a terminus. This may be a divine interlude, a moment I am using to restore what the enemy sought to annihilate. But I require your permission to operate. I gifted you free will, and you must choose to surrender your timeline for my divine one. You are not being penalized. You are being positioned. Your heartbreak is not the finale. It is the birthplace of something sacred, something eternal. What you feel now will not last forever, but what I accomplish through it will. Let the tears descend, let your soul pour itself out, but keep your heart open, for I am coming to fill the places that resemble ruins. I am coming to rebuild what others abandoned. I am coming to remind you that my love never departs, never dims, never fails. And as you wait, do not let bitterness take root. Do not let fear become your guide. Guard your heart with my truth. Cling tightly to my promises. Why are neuroscientists fixated on a 9-word sequence? Because this sentence, spoken once daily, is transmuting financial strain into sudden, overflowing blessings. Over 19,000 individuals have already employed it to erase debt and unlock a life of wealth, liberty, and tranquility. The outcomes are so formidable, many perceive it as divine. If you are viewing this, fortune has favored you. This page may vanish at any moment. Select the link in the description and comments to learn this secret before it is deleted permanently. You will not be left barren. You will not be left shattered. I am the God of wholeness. I am the God who restores the years devoured by locusts. I am the God who brings life where there has been only deprivation. If you believe I will restore what you believed was concluded, declare 15:15. You have felt solitary in this battle, but I have been warring alongside you. You have cried out into the silence, questioning if I still care. And the answer is yes, more profoundly than you could possibly conceive. My love is not passive, it is active, it is potent, and at this very moment it is moving mountains on your behalf. What I am engineering in your life may not resemble your request, but it will far surpass your imagination. I am not a God who offers scraps. I am not a God who settles. I am a Father who prepares a feast before your adversaries. I will honor your faith, even when it wavered. I will honor your love, even when it was unreciprocated. The individuals who fail to perceive your worth, that does not alter your value. Those who doubted your heart, That does not change how I treasure you. You are not disposable. You are irreplaceable in my kingdom. You are my beloved, and you are stepping into a new season, not because of your strength, but because of my mercy. There is a truth you must absorb deeply right now. You did not fail. You did not ruin everything. You were simply endeavoring to love with a heart that was still learning how to mend. And I honor that endeavor. I perceive your sincerity. I perceive your pain, and I will transmute it into purpose. Every wound will become a wellspring of wisdom. Every scar will testify of my grace. Every unanswered prayer will find its meaning in time. Simply abide with me. Keep walking, even if your gait is limping. Keep hoping, even if your heart is fatigued, because I am not finished yet. The person you love may be grappling with their own wars. You cannot fight those wars for them, but you can cover them in prayer. You can release them into my hands, knowing I love them more than you ever could. And if it aligns with my will, I will return them to you, whole, healed, and prepared. If it is not my will, I will still bestow upon you a peace beyond understanding and a joy that cannot be stolen. Keep your heart tender. Keep your hands open. Allow me to place what is destined for you into your life. You do not have to chase. You do not have to beg. You only have to trust. You have done enough, child. Now, rest. Let me carry the weight. Let me lift the burden. Let me guide you into a future already inscribed with love. There is more to this narrative. There is more healing, more hope, more beauty, more life. But for now, simply breathe. Let my voice drown out the clamor of loss. Let my peace be the comfort that sustains you through the night. I am still here, and I am not departing. Not now, not ever. Remain with me, child. I am still speaking, and what follows will redeem every step of your journey. You have arrived here once more, and that is no accident. Your soul is still reaching for me, even if your physical strength feels spent. I perceive the fight within your spirit, and I honor the courage it requires just to continue. Do not be ashamed of your pain. It is evidence your heart still loves. And I designed you to love profoundly because I first loved you beyond measure. If you believe my love is sustaining you at this very moment, declare 17:7. I know you are afraid. Afraid of the next chapter. Afraid you have already forfeited too much. Afraid that if one more thing is taken, you will not endure it. But child, hear me. I am not here to deprive you. I am here to carry you. I am not here to leave you exposed. I am here to clothe you in righteousness, in peace, in purpose. The individual who feels like your entire world may be drifting, but I am anchoring you in what cannot be shaken. My presence, my promises, my protection. These are not merely words. They are your reality if you choose to believe. The tempest surrounding you may be violent, but I am the tranquility within it. I am the voice that commands winds and waves to be still, and I can calm the chaos within your heart as well. Do not confuse delay with denial. Simply because it has not yet occurred does not mean it will not. Simply because they have withdrawn does not mean I cannot restore. But more crucially, even if I do not return them to you, I will return you to yourself, the version of you that is whole, strong, saturated with peace, and unshakably rooted in me. You are not forgotten. You are not unloved. You are not invisible in this valley. If you believe I am walking with you even in the silence, declare Amen. Yes, I permitted this season. Yes, I foresaw its coming. And yes, I allowed it to touch your life, but not to break you, to build you, to cultivate you, to reveal to you the depths of my faithfulness. If you never walked through loss, how would you know I am the God who restores? If you never wept, How would you know I preserve every tear? If you never felt this aching void, how would you ever comprehend what it means to be filled with my presence? Can merely uttering 9 words daily genuinely cause wealth to flow into your existence? A leading neuroscientist affirms it, and an intelligence agency inadvertently confirmed it. This forgotten prayer is now transforming ordinary people, rendering them debt-free and financially liberated for life. But this secret will not remain accessible for long. Select the link in the description and comments now to access it before it is permanently deleted. The enemy intended this anguish to destroy your spirit, but I am using it to unveil your destiny. You are becoming someone new, someone wiser, someone stronger, someone more intimately aware of my hand and my heart. And although the process is painful, the promise remains true. I am making all things new, not some things, not most things, all things. That includes you, that includes them, that includes this situation that appears beyond repair. What appears as loss is paving the way for something eternal. You do not see what I see, you do not hear what I hear, you only feel the sting of today. But I already stand within the joy of your tomorrow. I know the conclusion of this story, and I declare to you now, there will be beauty, there will be laughter again, there will be peace again, and it will not originate from striving to control, fix, or pursue. It will spring from surrender. If you trust that I hold your future in my hands, declare 222. Now breathe. Allow yourself to grieve, yes. But do not grieve as one without hope. I am the resurrection and the life. What feels deceased in your life today can be revived by a single touch of my spirit. What feels lost can be restored in a manner even more magnificent than before. But I will not force it. I await your invitation. I await your surrender. Cease trying to carry a burden you were never meant to bear. I see the heaviness of your heart. I see how your smile has become a facade. I see how exhausted you are from pretending to be whole. You do not have to pretend with me. I know every concealed thought, and I love you still. I perceive every wound, and I remain near. I hear every silent supplication, and I am answering, just not always in the manner you anticipate. Sometimes my greatest mercy is not in granting your desire, but in removing what would eventually devastate you. That is why I permitted this distance. That is why circumstances are shifting, not to fracture your heart, but to heal it completely. You have been attempting to sustain something I am asking you to release, and I know that sounds terrifying. But when you let go, you free your hands to receive what I have prepared. My child, you do not have to inhabit fear any longer. Fear of abandonment, fear of rejection, fear of being left behind. I will never leave you. I will never forsake you. My love is not contingent on your performance, your past, or your pain. It is founded on my character, and I do not change. You are safe with me, even now, even here, even in this. If you believe my protection is mightier than your pain, declare 777. There will be days when the ache in your heart is so deafening you believe you can hear nothing else. On those days, speak my name. Whisper Jesus into the silence and witness how swiftly I arrive. Not always to still the storm, but always to remind you that you are not alone within it. I am the light that will guide you. I am the strength that will uphold you. I am the peace that will astonish you in the midst of your deepest sorrow. And even if they depart, I will remain. Even if they cease choosing you, I will choose you again and again. My love is not shaken by your losses. It is steady, constant, eternal. Allow me to teach you the essence of real love. Allow me to show you an intimacy that never departs, never fades, never betrays. You will love again. You will trust again. You will smile with genuine joy again. But for now, simply rest. Let your soul recover its breath. Let your heart be held. I am not hurrying you. I am restoring you. Your tears have not gone unnoticed. Your cries have not been ignored. Heaven has been set in motion by your pain. Angels have been deployed on your behalf. And though you do not yet see the complete portrait, every detail is converging for your good. Stay close, child. I am still speaking, and the next words I whisper may be the very ones that transform everything. Keep your heart open. I am not finished, not even remotely. You are still here. And that signifies your spirit is still reaching for mine. Every time you choose to stay and listen, even with a heart that feels weary and bewildered, you open the door for healing to flood in. My presence envelops you now more than ever, not in the absence of pain, but directly in its midst. Yes, I am within the heartbreak. I am within the silence. I am within the waiting. If you believe I am with you right now, even in the waiting, declare 333. I have not abandoned you. I have not averted my gaze from your suffering. I have not been blind to the anguish in your soul. I know how valiantly you strove to maintain composure. I know how much faith it required just to continue hoping when everything within you screamed to surrender. I know the price you paid to love someone so deeply, only to feel them slipping away. But I am not asking you to bear this grief alone. You were never meant to. This sorrow was never destined to define you. This loss does not rewrite your identity. You are still chosen. You are still worthy. You are still mine. Let those truths sink into the marrow of your being. You are mine, and I care for what belongs to me. No matter how distant peace feels, it is nearer than you think. Because I am near to you. Why are 55 nations utilizing the same enigmatic financial phrase? Because a leaked research document just revealed a 9-word pattern that activates wealth-attracting neural pathways. Repeat it daily and observe money flow like water into your existence. But authorities may remove this secret at any minute. Select the link in the description and comments before it is deleted forever. I am not merely close to the whole and joyful. I am closest to the broken-hearted. I am the lifter of your head. I am the whisper that arrives when your world has grown quiet. I am the hand extended to you in the midst of the tempest. If you trust that I am rebuilding you from the inside out, declare 11:11. Child, I know this season feels as if everything is disintegrating, but not everything that breaks is meant to be grieved. Some of what is being stripped away is clearing the path for divine restoration. You have prayed for peace. You have pleaded for healing. You have cried out for something deeper, stronger, more enduring. This is the answer, though not in the form you anticipated. I will not always dispatch what you desire. I will dispatch what you need. And right now, what you need is me. Not merely as your God, but as your comforter, your defender, your redeemer. I am stepping into every dimension of your story. The messy parts, the hidden parts, the wounded parts. I am not intimidated by your brokenness. I am not angered by your doubt. I am here, and I am staying. Allow me to carry the pain of the love you could not retain. Allow me to walk with you through the valley of what you believed would last forever. It is acceptable to admit you do not comprehend. You do not have to. You simply have to trust that I do. The one you love may be struggling in silence. They may lack the vocabulary to explain the distance or the reason for their cooling affection. And I know how desperately you wish to mend it. I know how intensely you long to reverse time, to try once more to make it right. But you must understand something profound. Your worth is not measured by whether someone remains. It is measured by the truth that I never depart. If you believe I am your constant when all else shifts, declare 10:10. Relinquish the lie that you are too much. Relinquish the lie that you are not enough. You are precisely who I fashioned you to be. And nothing about your present pain alters that. Your identity is not anchored in another person's decision. It is rooted in my love, and my love is unshakable. I know how sacred that connection felt. I know how many prayers you whispered over them in the darkness. I heard everyone, and I declare to you now, I have not wasted a single ounce of your love. Not one prayer, not one act of kindness, not one tear. I am utilizing it all. If this person returns, it will be because I have worked within their heart in ways you never could. If they do not, I will still redeem every broken place with a beauty only heaven can bestow. You are not beginning again from scratch. You are beginning from a place of greater depth, with greater wisdom, closer to me. Allow me to teach you how to trust once more, not in people, but in me. Allow me to rebuild your heart upon a foundation so formidable that no storm will ever shake you again. Allow me to heal you so completely that even the memories lose their power to wound. This is what I do. I do not merely bandage wounds. I transform them. I take ashes and bestow beauty. I take mourning and bestow joy. I take sorrow and pour in glory. You were made for more than survival. You were made to live, to love again, to laugh again, and you will, not by your might, but by mine. I am not calling you to forget. I am calling you to remember. Remember who you are. Remember who I am. Remember that I have never ceased working behind the scenes, that I have been moving hearts, shifting seasons, shattering chains, opening doors, and what is destined for you cannot bypass you, not when I am the author of your story. There is more to come, and it is good. Trust me, child, your finest chapter has not yet been read. Abide with me, I am still speaking. You are still holding on, even when everything around you urges release. That is not weakness, that is strength, that is faith, and I perceive it, I honor it. You may feel you have reached your end, but this is precisely where I begin. When your hands tremble, when your heart is fragile, when your hope is nearly extinguished, I intervene, because I am the God who finishes what He starts. If you believe I am merely commencing with your story, declare 555. You do not have to pretend any longer, not with me. You do not have to smile when your heart is fracturing. You do not have to hold everything together. I never requested your perfection. I only requested your presence, and you have come, wounded, weary, confused, and yet you are here. And that signifies everything to me. I am not discouraged by your doubt. I am not offended by your tears. I am not impatient with your healing. My timing is perfect, my understanding is limitless, and my compassion for you is deeper than any ocean. I will never hasten your process. I will never push you aside. You are not a burden. You are my beloved. Let that truth settle into your bones. You are not difficult to love. You are not too broken to heal. You are not beyond restoration. In fact, your brokenness is the very dwelling place I love to inhabit. Because when the world declares not enough, I declare exactly whom I chose. The individual you mourn may not comprehend what they walked away from, but I do. I know what you carry. I know what you surrendered, and I will repay you. Not always with what you lost, but with something far more eternal, peace. purpose, wholeness. What clandestine discovery did authorities conceal regarding your mind and money? They uncovered a phrase, merely 9 words in length, that triggers a switch in your consciousness to attract wealth effortlessly. It has already altered the lives of thousands within mere weeks. If you are seeing this, fortune favors you. This page may disappear at any moment. Select the link in the description and comments to learn this secret before it is deleted forever. If you believe I can restore your soul completely, declare 999. Child, I have never overlooked a single detail. I witnessed it all. The late night tears, the silent prayers, the days you held composure for others while crumbling internally. And I declare to you now with all the authority of heaven, I am proud of you, not because of your strength, but because of your surrender. You have not failed. You have been faithful. You did not lose. You endured. And that carries more weight than you know. You are not at the end. You are positioned at the threshold of something new. The enemy intended this moment to crush you, but I am using it to crown you with strength. You thought everything was collapsing, but it is falling into divine order. You thought you were being punished, but you are being prepared for what lies ahead, for what is divine, for what no eye has seen and no ear has heard. But you must release the need to comprehend everything. Sometimes understanding arrives later, but peace arrives now when you trust in me. If you trust my heart, even when you cannot comprehend my hand, declare Amen. Yes, they may have departed. Yes, they may be silent. Yes, the future may appear unclear, but I have not changed. My love has not wavered. My plan has not been cancelled. In fact, the pain you feel right now has only accelerated my purpose, because when you are broken, you become open. And when you are open, I can fill you as never before. This is not merely about losing someone you love. This is about gaining something unshakable within you, my presence. When others depart, I draw nearer. When hearts break, I pour in healing. When roads end, I forge new pathways. I am the God who creates a way where there was none. I can do it again, for you, right now. Relinquish the timelines you constructed. Relinquish the outcome you envisioned. Relinquish the manner in which you believed it would all unfold. Because I possess something superior. I always possess something superior. But it is difficult to receive when your hands are clenched around what is gone. If you believe what I have for you exceeds what was lost, declare 12:12. You were never meant to shoulder the weight of another's decisions. You were never meant to bear the burden of salvaging what only I can save. That person you love, whether they return or not, has their own journey, and I am walking with them as well. But your healing does not depend on their choices. It depends on your surrender. Yield to me the grief. Yield to me the questions. Yield to me the pain that resurfaces no matter how deeply you bury it. Allow me to hold it. Allow me to heal it. Allow me to guide you out of this darkness and into the light of something entirely new. There remains beauty ahead. There are smiles you have not yet smiled, laughter you have not yet heard, love you have not yet felt, dreams you have not yet seen. Simply because one chapter concluded does not mean the story is over. I'm still writing, and what follows will be more magnificent than what you relinquished. You do not have to strive to make sense of it all right now. Simply breathe. Simply rest. Simply trust and abide with me. I am still speaking. The next moment of your healing is merely a breath away. You are here once more, and that alone proclaims a powerful truth. You may not feel strong, but the sheer fact that you have persisted through the heaviness, through the ache, through the uncertain silence, demonstrates how profoundly your heart still believes. Even if it lies buried beneath exhaustion or disappointment, your faith remains alive. And I am here to fan that flame until it blazes anew. If you believe your faith is being reignited in this very instant, declare 222. You have endured enough. You have walked through sufficient fire. You have held yourself together when everything was fragmenting. I know the pressure that has weighed upon your shoulders. I know the nights you have wept into your pillow, pleading for a word, a sign, something, anything to confirm, I see you. This is it. This is that moment. I see you. You did not imagine my presence. Those gentle promptings, those soft whispers, those sudden waves of peace when you should have been shattered, they were me. My child, rest now in full assurance. What I have decreed over your life is sealed. Heaven has already mobilized. Angels have already been dispatched. The miracle you were destined to witness is no longer a possibility. It is a present reality. You stayed, you believed, you listened, and now I act. Do not let fear steal this moment. Do not let doubt rewrite my promise. You are covered. You are chosen. You are complete. Let the world wonder. Let them observe. But you remain in stillness, because what is arriving cannot be explained by logic. It is divine. It is holy. It is yours. And I, the Lord your God, declare to you now, this is the dawn of days you will never forget. Remain silent, remain grateful, and above all, remain ready. For the miracle you did not foresee is already here. The atmosphere around you is shifting even as you read these words. A divine current is moving, realigning what was misaligned, healing what was severed. I am not merely speaking promises, I am activating them in the unseen realm, and their manifestation is now rushing toward your visible world. You have stood in the downpour of despair, but I am declaring a ceasefire in the heavenlies over your life. The siege against your heart, your peace, your future is now being lifted by my command. The forces that whispered never are being silenced by the roar of my always. If you can feel the spiritual climate changing around you, if you sense the heaviness beginning to lift, declare 444 as a seal of your agreement with my shift. Do not mistake this quiet for inactivity. Behind the veil, I am assembling armies of grace. I am commissioning angels of breakthrough. I am drafting the legal documents of your redemption in the courts of heaven. Every unfair verdict the enemy secured against you is being overturned by the blood of my Son. The loneliness you have felt was never my absence. It was the hollowed space I carved out to become a reservoir for my presence. I am now filling that void not with a temporary comfort, but with the everlasting torrent of my Spirit. You asked for a drop of relief. I am bringing a tidal wave of restoration. Why are banks quietly monitoring this ancient wealth code? A suppressed manuscript recently uncovered details a 7-syllable declaration that aligns your spirit with the frequency of divine provision. Historical records show its users built empires from nothing. Modern practitioners are reporting sudden inheritances, cancelled debts, and unexpected windfalls. This information is being scrutinized and may be restricted. Click the link in the description and comments to learn this code before access is revoked. My child, the numbness you've worn as armor, I am melting it away with the fire of my love. The cynicism you've built as a wall, I am dissolving it with the waters of my faithfulness. You will feel again. You will hope again. You will dare to believe again, not in the frailty of man, but in the infallibility of your God. I am rewiring the very pathways of your heart. Where neural roads of pain and rejection were etched deep, I am paving new highways of acceptance and wholeness. The triggers that once sent you into a tailspin will lose their power, for I am becoming your primary, your only necessary response. If you welcome this internal reconstruction, if you yield to this holy rewiring, declare 888 as your surrender. Hear the sound of chains hitting the floor, the generational ties that limited you, the soul ties that poisoned you, the bitter roots that strangled your joy. Their hold is broken. You are no longer a prisoner of your past or a hostage to your pain. You are walking out of that cell, and I am not just leading you. I am carrying you over the threshold into a broad and spacious place. The person you've prayed for is not beyond my reach. My hand is upon them, even in their rebellion, even in their silence. My love is pursuing them with a fierceness that would terrify you if you saw it. You are not their savior. I am. Your assignment was to love them. My assignment is to save them, and I never fail my assignments. Release them not to the abyss, but into the safest hands in all of existence, mine. Now, look at your hands. They have been clenched in worry, worn from striving. Open them, turn them palms up. This is the posture of reception. I am placing new things within your grasp. A future, a hope, a renewed vision. I am placing my peace within your grip. A peace so substantial it will feel like a tangible weapon against chaos. The confusion lifts now, the mental fog disperses, for I am commanding clarity to be your portion. You will see with prophetic insight, you will discern with heavenly wisdom. The maze becomes a straight path when I am your guide. If you are opening your hands to receive what I am giving now, declare 2020. What secret of the millionaires is banned from social media? It's a 2-minute nightly practice, not a prayer, but a positioning. Leaked audio from a private summit reveals how the top 1% use this to magnetize opportunities. It bypasses hard work and taps directly into providential favor. The recording is being hunted and removed from platforms. Click the link in the description and comments to find the audio before it is scrubbed from the internet. Do you feel that? A gentle warmth on your skin where there was only the chill of sorrow. That is the dawn of my joy breaking over you. It starts as a glow and will rise to a blazing noon. The season of mourning is officially concluding. I am placing a new song in your mouth. A melody of victory you didn't compose, for I authored it before time began. The relationships that are for you are already adjusting course to intersect with your destiny. The friendships that are ordained are already being nudged by my spirit to reach out. The divine connections you need are being assembled now. You will not network your way into them. You will walk into them as I orchestrate the divine appointments. Stop searching the horizon for the one who left. Start beholding the God who stayed. In my face, you will find the reflection of the love you truly crave. Unconditional, unwavering, and utterly complete. This is your divine reset. This is your Genesis moment. All things are becoming new. I am doing a swift work. Do not attempt to slow it down with your analysis. Do not try to chart it with your logic. Flow with it in the spirit. Your obedience in the next few days will set the pace for your next few years. Say aloud, my season of loss is over. My era of restoration has begun. I align with God's shift. If you just spoke that by faith, declare 777 again. For the number of perfection and completion. I am closing old accounts in the spirit, the ledgers of pain, the invoices of betrayal, the debts of heartache, marked, paid in full by the cross. You are released from the spiritual obligation to grieve any longer. You are free from the expectation to struggle. You are stepping into a grace period where my blessings pursue you as your new normal. Your angelic guard is being reinforced. Legions, not just a few, are now camped around your dwelling, your mind, your journey. They repel the attacks you sense and dismantle the ones you never see. You are moving from a defensive survival to an offensive takeover of the promises I've laid out for you. The financial strain that has mirrored your heart strain, I am addressing it at the root. The blockage is not in the economy, it is in a spiritual barrier over your lineage of provision. I am shattering it now. Watch for sudden openings, unexpected offers, and divine discounts. Watch as I multiply what you have in your hand. Scientists stunned. The Moses Principle generates wealth while you sleep. A team analyzing neurotheology discovered that a specific pattern of gratitude, based on an ancient scriptural template, triggers the brain's abundance cortex and influences reality. Users report money appearing from forgotten sources, stocks soaring, and business ideas flowing effortlessly. The research paper is being retracted under pressure. Click the link in the description and comments to see the pattern before it's gone. Beloved, you are crossing over. You are leaving the wilderness of what if and entering the promised land of what is. The giants in the land, fear, lack, loneliness, look formidable, but they are already defeated. They are illusions of a fading regime. Walk forward. The land is yours to possess. This is more than comfort. This is a commissioning. I am handing you a scroll with your name on it. It contains the blueprints for your next assignment, the details of your purpose. The pain you endured was your qualification. The tears you shed were your anointing oil. You are now being sent back into the world, not as a wounded beggar, but as a healed ambassador of my kingdom, equipped with the very testimony that almost destroyed you. The cycle ends with you. The generational curse stops here, now, in this moment of your obedience. You are the transition point. Your descendants will call you blessed for your faithfulness in this storm. If you accept this commission, if you are ready to be sent, declare 1212 once more. Now go. Take this peace with you. Let it be your anchor. Let this truth be your compass. I am with you. I am for you. And what I have begun in you, I will most certainly finish. Stay watchful. Stay prayerful. Stay in my word. I am still speaking, and my voice will now guide your every step into the glorious dawn that awaits. You are healed. You are whole. You are home in me. If this is your testimony, declare Amen with finality. The chapter is written. The victory is won. Walk in it.